Meantime, as the city of Temple moves forward with a major water conservation project, taxpayers are raising concerns that data center developers are interfering with the city's plans.
The city of Temple owns a groundwater well in southeast Temple, right next to a property owned by a data center company called Rowan. 6 News dug up the city's economic development agreement with Rowan from back in 2022. It says when Rowan started building a data center on that property, it made a deal with the city to get water for the facility. Rowan agreed to pay up front to drill the city's groundwater well, and the city agreed to pay Rowan back for it to the tune of $4.8 million. The city also agreed to let Rowan use water from that well, but just a few years later, Rowan converted the data center it built into a warehouse without ever using the well. 6 News reached out to the city and to Rowan today to ask what happened to that agreement. Rowan tells us its data center project, quote, no longer met the spirit of the agreement, so the company declined the reimbursement money and dedicated the well to the city, something the city of Temple shared in a public meeting just last week.
Their agreement with us was to build the well and to dedicate it to the city as public infrastructure, and so we own the well and all of the water rights from that well. Rowan's water rights are expressly granted by the city through utility services agreement. They have limited domestic water use. The closed loop cooling fill is limited stage and scheduled with a maximum amount per day.
Now the city wants to use the well as a jumping off point for water conservation, diversifying its resources and water storage options. But first, the city has to get an operating permit from the Clearwater Underground Water Conservation District. The CUWCD's general manager, Whitney Ingram, says to get approved, the city will need to explain how the well will be used and how much water will be pulled from the aquifer.
The city will have to define their beneficial use and their beneficial need in that operating permit process. And what that looks like is an application to the district. They'll have to have a full well completion report for the well that was drilled. What we'll do is go in and take our geoscience team and do a full evaluation, potential impacts to neighboring wells in that same aquifer, and then the board gets to decide, is that beneficial use.
If approved, the well would become the first piece of Temple's plan to store treated water underground for use during future droughts. We explained the city's aquifer storage and recovery plan and why the state could foot the bill for it on our website at kcentv.com.